Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about all the tips and strategies and things I've learned to deal with running and make sure to maximize your training when you've got a busy life, job, wife, kids, all the stuff that unfortunately being a grown-up comes with and gets in the way of our training, how to cope with it, how to adapt, and how to make the most of your running. Let's get into it. The first thing we need to talk about is remembering what's actually important. Spoilers, it's not the running. Family, life, work. This video is all about how we manage to get the running around that. But what you've got to remember is those things such as family, work, kids, that is what's important. And if you let the fact that this is having an impact on your training get in your head and really get to you, it's going to stop you running, it's going to impact your headspace, and ultimately, guys, when we're happy and motivated, that's how we get out the door. So the first thing is you've got to accept that life's busy sometimes. Don't let it get you down when things do impact your training. Keep positive, keep happy, and that'll keep you out the door, and that's the most important part. If you've got the right headspace for training, you're probably going to get the training done. Super important, guys, but you've got to be easy on yourself and give yourself a break. Kind of touched on this at the start of the video, but if you have a bad run, then just shake it off. Life's busy, we can't always fit the run we want in, or sometimes we're just tired and fatigued after a day of work or being at home with the kids and all the other things busy life brings. Do you know what? You're going to suffer way more from letting it get in your head, let it get you down, because then I'll give you my examples. I'm then probably in the cupboard, I let my diet fall off, and I can even spiral and lose a week of training because I don't see the point, because I don't have the time. And realistically, guys, we've got to just stay positive and keep pushing forward. One bad run is something we can learn from rather than letting it get in our head, losing a full week's of training and giving up. And that's coming from someone who has done that more times than I care to admit. The next thing worth talking about is probably that you should prioritize quality over quantity. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it as well, and it's really cool when you can put those big kilometer weeks up on the board showing Strava how much you've done. But what's really important is you use the time you've got the best you can. So if you are struggling and you've only got 30 minutes a couple of times a week, try and strategize what you're going to use that time for. Whether it's getting on a treadmill so you save the time maybe traveling to where you're going to run, or it could be that you focus on the right types of sessions, and that's not just easy running because you can't really go far from your house because you've only got 30 minutes. Maybe get some short, sharp intervals in. That's 8 times 60 seconds with 60-second recoveries, or an easy run but strap some strides on the end just to really get the different types of training in and get the different adaptations you need to become a better runner. Mix it up, keep it varied, and obviously be strategic with the time that you've got. Don't get me wrong, any run's good, and if all you can do is get out there and plod, then do it. But try and think about how you could mix the training up with the time you've got to maximize the results, because results bring enjoyment. Guys, an obvious piece of advice as well, and one I'm sure you've thought of, is get the family involved. Running doesn't have to be an isolated experience, and getting fitter, healthier, and pushing your running goals doesn't have to just be running. So that could be that you get the family out for a nice walk. If your kids are old enough and show an interest, maybe even get them down to a park run and do it with them. Or even if you're in the garden kicking a football around for an hour, do you know what? Maybe you set yourself the goal of you keeping moving for that entire hour, because it doesn't need to be running. As long as we're putting some effort in and we're increasing the heart rate, it's all going to add to building that aerobic base. So yeah, you're not getting the 8K steady running as per the plan, but you know what? If you're doing 60 minutes of aerobic exercise in your garden, it's all going to help. So you might think you're not exercising when you are, or you could be. Sometimes, guys, ultimately it does just come down to good time management and a little bit of sacrifice. You've got to really just use the time you've got the best you can. Whether that's you're able to get a lunch break run in. Like me, I get an hour for lunch at work, and it certainly doesn't take me that long to eat my lunch. So I might do 30 minutes on the road, quick shower, eat my lunch, back to work, sacrifice there. Or a really great example is recently I had the dreaded 32K long run on the plan. So what I actually chose to do was run home from work on a Friday evening as opposed to my usual Sunday. Now that might seem really impactful, but if you're anything like me, you probably lose 2 hours getting up and getting plenty of food in before your massive long runs. You then can lose 3 hours doing the thing, and then when you get back, you shower, you change, you probably doom scroll for a bit. We've all seen the memes about how productive we are after long runs, maybe even a nap. I can lose my entire Sunday. So I set off from work at 5 p.m. I was able to eat at my desk in the afternoon to get the food right. Yes, I didn't get home till 8 p.m, but I saved my entire weekend. And that was a genius strategy. Fit it in around work if you can, squeeze in what you can when you can, and sometimes you've just got to sacrifice. Let's also be really honest. How much time a week do we lose doom scrolling? My phone tells me my daily screen time every day, and it depresses me when I moan that I'm busy because it's a scary number that I don't want to share. But I'm pretty sure we can all find 30 minutes doom scrolling and switch it for a 5K. Something to think about. Right guys, I really hope that's helped and give you some ideas of how to get more done when you are busy with life, job, kids, and all that stuff. It is tough, but just remember, any run is better than not doing it all. So the key summary is stay out of your own head. And what things do you guys do to make sure you still get your training in when life gets crazy busy? I'd love to know, but I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of this awesome sunshine because we don't get it often. I've got a session to do, but if this video helped, maybe comment below, let us know anything you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.